afternoon. It's Wednesday. Hi. Everything you need to
doing?
know about Cannabis Show. What up? What up? It's Wednesday, Inglewood.
What's up, baby
2
girl?
o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's hot out here today, y'all. I've been running around all day long.
Say it again.
Everything you need to know about cannabis.
Hey, we've been at it so hard for the last couple months, and we just got back, and we're just trying to bring the rest of the community up to speed on what we've been doing. Right now, we fighting a heavy fight over here. We're trying to get her Western elected, and also we're trying to reach out to the community and put them on the right track to get some cannabis license. Everything we do is for the community, for the people. We the people champ in so many ways, and every day is just a new experience. If you're not giving food out to the homeless, you set them here working overdrive for the neighborhood to make the neighborhood feel comfortable and try to make sure that they in the playing field with the rest of these other people, because we need the black community and the brown community in the playing field. And so I need you guys to step up to the plate and bring me your information down at 3224 South Central Avenue or 3320 South Central Avenue, or you can give us a look in on thegreenbelievers.com, and you will see a whole lot of things that may interest you in joining this pursuit of licenses. So every day me and Cheryl is in this struggle to try to find the right formula to help everybody out. And we always talk about all different things, and the subject is any subject matter. And our subject matters is clear, is precise, and you can be on board to join this incredible team of experts, because we are sitting back now applying applications for solutions. And the solutions that we have for you is how we're going to make sure that you understand the information that you're seeking for your licenses. So I'm going to turn this over back to my great host, Miss Shirley. Shirley, the girl Shirley, gorgeous, set back. You guys enjoy her like I enjoy her, and smile and laugh, and have a good day.
Thank you, Whitey. Thank you. So you are listening to the Green Believers, Everything You Need to Know podcast. We're on every Wednesday, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And we bring you guests from all over that are talking about the hottest things in cannabis. And our guest for today, Wednesday, February 26th. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Is this William?
Yes, it is. How are you doing today?
Hi, William. This is William Sullivan. And is your CEO on the line, Kiana?
No, she's actually at a show right now meeting with some prospective retail outlets for us for our technology. So she asked me to take the point.
Okay, perfect. So today's guest, you guys are going to get an inside look and a talk on the manufacturing, distribution, and technology. How do we connect technology? William and Kiana have a mobile coupon application. Isn't that right, William?
That is correct.
Yeah, so we're using technology to accelerate and get people engaged in cannabis. There's all kinds of ways you can get involved. So today we're going to talk to William about their company and learn a little bit about what they're doing, and hopefully we can get some of you guys excited about it. So tell us about the mobile application, William.
So C4C Inc. is a pure digital coupon app, which is a pure pull technology, means no unrequested or unsolicited information. It allows a consumer to pre-shop based on the stores in their general vicinity for items they'd like. And it also allows the manufacturers to offer competitive offers, i.e. driving sales at price discounts. So, for example, you go into the app, you're in Los Angeles, and let's just say you're in Orange County, hypothetically. You are driven to the legal Santa Ana stores. And at that point, you can look at the products that are available, either for THC or CBD, depending on the store you're at. The stores love our technology because it's a zero-cost product for them. It's a pure pay-for-performance model.
So your platform will make contacts with retail and other licensed cannabis businesses, and then you will put their product on your platform, and then you push it out to the consumer. Is that so?
Correct. Well, actually,
You're B2B with the retail stores, and then you go and reach out to the direct consumers. Is that right? Do I have it right?
correct.
Okay.
That is correct. But the consumers are the actual ones who actually request or solicit the information from us. We don't just have somebody walking down an aisle and suddenly they're in the grocery store and their phone pings with an offer. This actually happens where they actually go to the app and specifically look for what they want. And then the competitive offers
Like
are
Amazon, so
generated.
they're gonna go like it's an Amazon. If we were trying to find something, because I know you're super unique, but it could be like an Amazon shopping experience. So you're hosting everybody's stuff on your platform. Is that right? And
That
then
is
they can look.
100%
They can
correct.
look for it on your platform, so they don't have to go to 10 different stores. Because some of us like to curate our cannabis experience and our cannabis consumption, and so I might want something from company A, and then I want a little something from company B. Some of us are not just sold out on one product. So using your platform, our listeners and consumers can pick and curate their own what they like and get that information off your site at no cost. I heard you say. Did I hear you say it was free?
So it's zero cost to the consumer, zero cost for the platform, for the stores, the distributors, and the manufacturers. Okay? And the stores, the distributors, and the manufacturers only pay when a coupon is actually utilized.
It's like
One
the
of the biggest
Walmart of
problems we
cannabis, huh?
Yeah, got it.
exactly.
Got it.
You guys are nailing it exactly. That Amazon experience where you can pre-shop, look for what you want. What's the worst thing you can do is when you walk into any type of store, they don't have what you're looking for, and then you have to get a default product. When you buy the
Right,
default
right.
product, it's inferior.
So is your service real time? So like, are you tracking inventory? Are you working with your distributors, your manufacturers, and your stores tracking inventory? Is that the extra benefit for them because you're not charging them? And then how do you know if what you have posted is real time?
So that's a great question. So keep in mind, let's just say that we're looking at a product, let's just call it Bill's THC or Bill's THC and CBD store, right? And I have a lipstick or a chapstick that's CBD infused, or I have a THC product pre-roll, okay? The store knows how much product they have. They have coupons that are available. They can modify or dynamically change that campaign based on success or failure. So if they've run out of product, they can actually cancel it. It'll show up sub 5 minutes across our platform. So the consumer never walks into an environment where I thought I could get this, I couldn't get this, I lost. No, this is actually a great experience for them. Maximizes their time and allows them to get full benefit.
So, Bill, how do you get the coupons?
This is a great question. So currently, I'm at a show, or Kiana's actually in the show right now. I'm outside of the show. But inside the show, she's talking to manufacturers that have 4,000 retail locations in just the CBD space across 50 states. And these guys are not saying, hey, can we, or oh, that sounds good. They're saying, call me when the show's over. Let's get this set up. Now, keep in mind, if you look at a News Corp, Valspar, you look at a U Technologies, what are the other quote-unquote companies that did digital coupons, okay? You create a coupon, and then it's done. With us, you create the coupon, and if it's successful, you pay because you pay every time the quote-unquote cash register rings. Now, keep in mind, we're non-invasive to the POS system. We're PCI compliant, which means we don't touch any of the banking or the financials, and we're HIPAA compliant because the only information we require is a phone number and an app sign up, which is, again, it's just simple information. We don't have any of your personal information. This is a pure shopping experience.
How do you?
Not be inhibited.
I get it. It sounds good. So I just want to unpack a little more. But it definitely sounds like a great cannabis solution. I think it's something that we could use within our social equity business community. And I'm thinking about the track and trace system. So if you're outside of the financial transaction for all legal businesses it all has to somehow talk to each other.
Yes.
HIPAA is
Correct.
important, but not quite yet, because HIPAA is still a federal mandate. So you can get
Right.
a little wiggle room because we're not federally approved yet. You know what I mean? So you
I
can
agree
ride,
with you
you can
100%.
kind of ride under that just a little bit in California, but we're not off the hook for the track and trace. So I was just curious,
Absolutely.
like how much work is the retail, the retail distributor manufacturer having to do to make sure that their track and trace system is talking to your platform, in a real time basis that's still compliant. You know what I mean? Like, are you still working through those bugs, or are you guys riding under the radar and we're just going to move on to the next question?
So that's a great question. And truthfully, we don't ride under the radar. We're completely built. We're ready for launch. We've done a soft launch, and we're actually finishing agreements right now in place to have a launch in Southern California, Oregon and Seattle, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Colorado. Okay? And as that launches, we're off to the races. To your question about the legality, we are 100% PCI compliant. In terms of the track and trace, we utilize
Now, what
something
does
called
PCI mean? What does that mean? Tell me what PCI means.
It's the personal information, your banking information, your
Okay, we're not
Social
banking
Security.
legal yet then, William. Don't talk over our heads. You know we're slow. We are. It is my understanding that we, as cannabis, even licensed in the state of California, I can't speak about Nevada, Las
Right.
Vegas, or Colorado. I'm not as familiar, but I'm assuming it's pretty similar. But we're not banking compliant yet.
No, we're not.
So those are not the things we need to monitor yet. I agree with you. It needs to be built in so that it can go to scale when it's time to go. When they say
Right.
go, then we can automatically go to scale because we built the infrastructure. Like the skeleton is there to put the meat and the bones on. Okay, I get it. I get what you're doing. I think it's good. It's got a few things, I would say to any of our local retailers and others that listen in legal markets, because our motto is go legal.
Hey, Bill,
Mhm.
I'm kind of lost myself right now because I
Please.
know for a natural fact that the banking situation is not clear and it's not going to be precise for a couple more years in the city of Los Angeles. And if someone play with somebody's bank account, the federal government going to walk in. And when the federal government walk in, he's going to confiscate everything that we have. And then, since we are people of color, they attack us in a way different manner than they attack anyone else. So we try to make sure that we understand everything that someone else doing. So when we walk in the stores and talk to our people, they're gonna be safe, because we trying to always live in a safe zone, because we never want to make the mistakes of the past, because the past caught up with us and put a whole lot of us in jail for a very long time. And I understand where you're going. Maybe Colorado, Washington, and all the other places is friendly to banks. But right now, Southern California is not friendly
So-
to banks in any kind of way whatsoever.
So, guys, I think, and there's first off, Kiana is a woman of color, and myself not being one. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Kiana is instructed and maintained and built this company on one platform, and that was to do right, give back, and grow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with that.
So, PCI compliance here, meaning, and I want everybody to understand, we are outside of the banking transaction, whether it's cash, debit card, whatever, and someday maybe credit card. Okay. We are completely outside of that. By doing that in our PCI compliance,
Yes.
we are not violating any federal laws, but we are built to give that security so that we never touch the financial information. You recently saw MGM had an announcement that they lost, 5 million consumers, that utilize their hotels in Las Vegas. They lost their data.
Okay.
We would never be in that scenario because we're never handling that financial data. That's what I'm trying to explain there.
I get that. I do understand. I clearly understand what you're saying, and I do appreciate the distinction of how you're handling your role in the transaction and how you're bringing to market an innovative, solution to help customers have a better shopping experience, to get manufacturers, distributors, and stores, doing things. And I get the role, and I think that Kiana is spot on, in identifying a gap and then bringing technology as a solution. So I think we can agree there, and that's definitely the kind of businesses that we support here. I just think that we'd have to sit down and really do a product test. I'd love to see a product test and work with you guys to try it ourselves and run it past my compliance experts. I am not an attorney, and neither am I a 280E CPA, but we have those people on our team, and I will get them, connected to take a close look at this and help us make a final decision and then get it out there to our folks, because I have a layman's understanding of how we handle our transactions. And I do believe whatever we do, even when it's coming from the heart, it's got to be compliant. So we have to back into it sometimes. You know what I mean? Just kind of back in, kind of put you back in it.
Bill also said this right here, Cheryl, and I overlooked it because I was only paying attention to cannabis, but under his theory is completely correct, Bill. You're completely correct on the CBD. You have access to all banks and PCRs and everything else. You have the access to all of that. And that right there is something fabulous to me, because now I can understand where you're coming from. And I really appreciate the thought pattern that you put in this new career you made out for the cannabis world in the hemp division, in the CBD division. It's wonderful.
May I please? I want to take a second here. Kiana's not able to do this because she's inside negotiating agreements for very large distribution going across 50 states. And I would love to take credit here, but I'm not going to.
It's a team thing. You got to understand how I'm saying.
No. But
it's not
Kiana,
you by yourself.
Kiana's the masthead. She's the one that's been running this company.
Yeah.
I'm going to say tactfully, you can go to LinkedIn, you can see I'm a smart guy, okay? I pale in comparison to the intelligence and the insight that she offers and what she builds, okay?
I go for that.
I got to tell you that this is a woman who brought me to LA and brought me to the Marathon store to meet Nipsey Hussle with her Uncle Shaq. This is a woman that has said, if we have money, we're giving back, and we're going to give back to military families, and we're going to give back to socioeconomically challenged neighborhoods that were hurt by our government, by color-specific racist attitudes and things. So I'm going to take credit for technology and what I built, because that's what I'm good at. Anything else about this is the brilliance of that woman, and that's what I have to do.
Well, I could say I congratulate her for everything, and every man got a great woman behind her who's helping him push himself as far as he could possibly put her. I got Cheryl Branch behind me, and I understand everything that you're saying. And every day I sit back, I thank Cheryl Branch for being there to push me the extra mile as your young lady is pushing you. And I know you guys are going to do great things at it, and you guys have built an empire or a system that's going to go around 50 states and take care of people, and that's going to be a great thing.
It's going to go from, she already has roadmap out a point of access for us to go to Italy next.
That's
and then
great.
Throughout the Eastern Europe. And to your question earlier where you asked about being able to have a quote-unquote the tires kicked by your CPAs by any time. Love to give you the
we're gonna do that. We will do that. I have and kind of figure out how we can, because we have CBD stores, manufacturers, distributors in California, and we also have licensed THC manufacturers, distributors, and stores in Los Angeles. So we have both markets of business owners. So our role as the incubator, we highlight brands. We bring forth solutions like yours to this emerging business market. And our process, it's very methodical. So in the sense that first things first, we got to make some money. And a good business plan, of course, it includes your vision, your mission, how you're going to give back. And that's a process. So I think that's one thing we definitely share with Kiana and the C4C Inc. business is that, we're all here because of the bigger vision. But our day-to-day work in the short term between now and, July, then July through, September, for example, the next 2 quarters is to really, earn some money. And we want to earn that money so we can keep it. And I think that's what I'm talking about. How do we'll get to try the platform, get a couple of test models. We'll work with you and Kiana to do that. And then, see how it works and run it past our folks and make sure we can do that. And that was leading me to my next question. Are you guys launching and you're kind of going around and you're starting to build your sales and your relationships, or are you already in, a couple of stores and you've got a few test, stories already going?
So we've done a couple of trade shows for the CBD space, and we have stores and manufacturers and distributors that have asked us to go live.
Okay.
Like anything, you never want to go live until the product's ready.
Until it's ready,
So
got it.
We're coming out of stealth. Hopefully by the end of Q1, we'll be fully launched across all 50 states.
After
technology
2021?
No. At the end of Q1, first quarter 2020.
Oh, first
So
quarter 2020. So that'll be like, what, April 1?
Well, let's stay from April Fool's, but let's just go the second.
Okay, second quarter, yeah. I can count, William. I can count. I might not be able to program and write a software, but I know the first 3 months is the first quarter.
Right.
And that typically ends on March 31st, right? And then the first day of the second quarter is April 1st, right?
Break it down, sis.
I'm just saying, there's only 12 months in a year.
I can't read a rope, but I can count.
That's why I'm quiet, because I don't want her to check me like that, okay? That's why I haven't said anything so far.
My point only is April 1st would be a bad day to launch. But anyway, one of the things I want to make sure we know is we are also POS agnostic. I don't
What
know.
is that big word, William? What did
Break
you
it
just
down.
say, William? You what, William?
So,
You got me back, William. Fair and square.
So think of the POS systems, or that's the cash registers that are actually recording all of the data from the transaction. This item was bought, a pre-roll, a salve, a lip chapstick, whatever, right? Okay? Whether it's a THC CBD infused product or with both inside, or just CBD only or THC only. All that transaction is actually ingested by the computer that actually generates the receipt or the bill for the product, okay? There are core platforms are NCR, Toshiba, IBM, Retalix, Lock Software, MG Freeway, and there's a whole bunch of them out there. And everybody likes to say that they can work with POS systems, but they're really limited to one. We've actually built to handle all POS systems. We have a proprietary technology that allows us to do this. So think about being able to offer a campaign, okay, where the stores don't pay to have the technology, only pay when coupon is actually run. If the manufacturer creates the coupons, they pay for it, the distributor creates it, or the store creates it. Whoever created that coupon pays for it at the time that the cash register rings. And that's it.
Well, we're going to see, William. I'm not going to be a doubting Thomas, but I will be a questioning Roseanne. Okay, I'm going to question you because I hear the point of sale system in California. They're calling it like a track and trace system. So the point of sale system is still connected to the brand of track and trace. There's a limited selection right now. It's not as universal as other consumer electronic and point of sale system, two solutions out there. It's not as expansive as the universe. So it's really limited. The one that I like is Viridian Sciences. So if you check into Viridian Sciences, what I like about it is compatible with really sophisticated CRM, customer management system. So you can set up campaigns and things like that with your Viridian Sciences. Now, if your solution is compatible with that, that is music to our ears, you know. So Trellis is okay, but I like to Viridian Sciences because to me it's like shopping on, you know, Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive, and Trellis is like going to Macy's at the mall, you know. So it's nothing wrong with it, but you get what you pay for. The system with Viridian also includes your accounting, so you can have your financial transactions, reporting to the state and local, all done in one single transaction, as well as you can reach your customers and track your inventory, communicate with your distributors, your manufacturers, and your stores. You know, so even your cultivators can be on that system as well. So you're fully integrated. You know, so I think, like I said, we're going to you know, we'd like to be a part of your pilot. I have some CBD businesses, and we have cannabis businesses that would probably like to give this a try. And we will be working with the Cannabis World Expo again this year in September. So we'd love for you and Kiana to be a part of our Taste of Social Equity in LA. And we'll thank you, and we'll work with you to get that done in September. And I just think it's awesome. I think this is a very innovative solution. We're going to have a hackathon. Are you a coder, right? So you're familiar with hackathons, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing the first cannabis hackathon in July at Adelanto Stadium, July 10th and 11th. So I'd love for you to participate. Maybe you'll come and be a judge. And we're going to be hacking on actually cash-based business solutions. So we want to push the envelope a little and get all the STEM community, and with the STEAM, because, you know, they'll bring a little flavor to it, and see if we can come up with any VR, AR app, you know, website solutions to help us deal with cash-based businesses. So I think you guys could fit into that. So I'll reach out to you and get you connected on that.
Would love to be a part of it. I think Kiana would be a phenomenal judge.
Yeah, we're going to be giving out cash prizes too, so we'll be setting up our sponsors. First prize is going to be $2,000 cash, second prize $1,000, and third prize will be $500. So, and then out of those three, we will Shark Tank them and get investors and get their concept. We're going to get it funded. So that's going to be something that we're going to do every year as a part of our social equity program. So I think this is great. Consumer technology, the industry, the trade shows, we're hoping that maybe by 2021 they'll catch up. They have not allowed cannabis businesses to, you know, advertise and participate. And that's a great way to get these kind of products in the hands and the eyes of everyone. So hopefully by next year, you know, what you guys are doing will help get that movement down the road. Right? So I just, yeah. Go ahead, Rick. We're almost 5 minutes away from the half hour, and wanted to give you a few minutes. So tell people how they can get in touch with you and Kiana, and give out your information, a phone number, a website. And well, I'm so glad to hear more about your products and services. And did you guys want to ask any more questions?
No, that's it. I really appreciate you so much for coming aboard. And you taught me a few new things, and I love to learn because I've been in this industry for a very long time before it even got legal or someone thought about it being legal. So from the Green Believers and from Whitey's Enterprise, we thank you so much for coming on. And if we could ever help you in any kind of way, feel free to give us a call, and we're here to help.
Well, I want to say thank you. We appreciate the time. We appreciate the attention. You can reach out directly at 562-881-0497. And it will probably roll to a voicemail, but somebody will get back in touch with you.
Okay.
If you want to email, you can email to Bill, B-I-L-L, at C4C Inc. That's C, the numeric 4, C-I-N-C.com.
Okay.
Or Kiana, K-I-A-N-A, at C4CInc.com also. Your question about your hackathon and the sponsorship, without a doubt, I'm going to take a liberty because, again, Kiana's inside me with people, but we'll participate 100%.
Okay.
will participate in the bonuses, and more so, whatever social equity programs you guys are working with to give back. We'd love to get involved with that also.
Okay, well, we will make it our business to reach out for you. And again, thank you for coming on the show, and you have a lovely day.
Thank you for your time
Thank you guys.
and your information,
Guys,
Bill.
thank you again so much.
Thank you, William.
Oh.
Tell Kiana we said we appreciate her, we love her, and keep up the good work. You guys are rocking.
Thank you so much. And again, you guys also. Take care.
Thank you. Wow, that was awesome.
great.
Right? All
Great.
kind of solutions here, man. Well, you get it here first, folks. TheGreenBelievers.com. Go check us out. Check out our Instagram. And this is the place you want to come to learn everything you need to know about cannabis with Whitey and Ira and Alex. I have the A-team here with me. And we going to work. We've been putting in some
we
work
are.
here.
Hey, we put in some
Woo,
work
woo.
last night.
Wow.
You guys were on TV recently, weren't
Yeah,
you?
we was working last night.
Oh my God,
Wow.
they're on TV now. Hey,
Hey, it is what it is. I got a superstar on the side of me. I got two superstars on the side of me. Ira.
what show
Alex.
were you on yesterday?
We were on Fox Soul Television. It's
Oh.
the Mike and Donnie hour,
Okay,
and it went real well. That was our
my
first time
Fox Soul.
Yeah, the new live streaming.
New live stream. Yes,
Yes.
everybody. I downloaded the app recently last night so I could watch, but that's awesome.
there. Mike Hill and Donnie Harrell.
Yeah.
Two rising superstars in the streaming online industry, and I love the format. I love the show. They took care of us.
Yeah,
They
they
had
really
a,
did.
They had a green room with some actual food and drink in it.
That's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
not just a vending machine. They had some
Yeah.
actual food laid out for us.
Yeah,
That's
and,
nice.
And we were cursing you after we saw that because your green room is a little sparse.
Okay,
What you saying?
I'll take that.
Hold
I'll
up.
take that.
Hold up.
I'll take that.
Hold
I'll
up, sis.
take
Are
that.
you accusing me of not being fair with you guys?
Yes, he did. He did.
That's crazy.
It's okay.
We've been here a
We'll
half
grow
hour.
from that, Ira. We'll grow from that.
You
been
brought a soda, did you?
We've been here a half hour and I haven't seen a chocolate chip
You haven't
anywhere.
seen a chocolate chip anywhere.
No.
You
Besides
get the
me,
soda, right?
of course.
Oh, yeah.
Besides me,
No,
of course.
Well,
We're
that's
gonna
a
work
gimme.
on
That's
that.
a gimme
Ira.
right there.
We're gonna work on
That's
that.
a give me.
But Cheryl, I must say, last night was a very special experience, and we talked about different topics, and it was about a little girl being arrested at 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cold insult to the community as a whole, and then some brother had the audacity to put her in handcuffs.
Yes, that was Orlando, Florida. So let's get that straight. That's where the crime happened.
In Orlando, Florida. So now we're moving into our true crime story. Is that the true
No, but
crime
you-
story
that
for
just-
today?
that just goes to
They
show-
arrested a 6-year-old girl in
That
Florida.
just goes to show how ridiculous
Wow.
and how far this non-accountability thing is going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so where does it stop?
And
Where
It
does
doesn't.
stop?
I'm not sure that it. So based on what you got, the story you guys are saying, and what I would say to our listeners is, it doesn't stop. You just gave another example of what's happening in real time.
of the
So
abuse.
it's what can we do? How are we gonna change? And I guess what wears on me is this idea of this sustained resistance. And so it seems to me that's what we've got to get back to basics, just maintaining and growing this sustained resistance, because we ebb and flow. You know, we complain
do.
sometimes and you get 200-300 people and then you get 4 people, you know. And so I think that's our think tank conversation. How do we maintain this effort? Because what we're going to have to pass to our children,
Yeah.
it never ends.
No, it never ends.
There's no
Right.
such thing as, okay, we did this event, we went to this council meeting and it stopped, or we stopped the police meeting and it stopped. You know, that's what's frustrating
It
for
takes.
me.
It doesn't even take a generation to wipe out the feel-good feeling of the Obama era. Really, just a few years of Trump, and we're back in the 1960s and 70s as far as race relations go. It wiped out all of that euphoria we felt in the years of Obama, and Trump has a mighty hand in the clock being turned back. What I wanted to talk about today, though, was the Harvey Weinstein rape conviction as it compared to Bill Cosby's rape conviction and the fallout from it. Now, both of them were state cases. Neither one of them was a federal case.
Okay.
One was New York State, and the other one was Pennsylvania. And they're probably not too far from the sentencing guidelines from each other, where Cosby, I believe, received 9 years in his conviction. And so we're waiting to see what's going to be doled out to Harvey Weinstein. His conviction is of a different ilk, more of a coercion, not drug-induced like Bill Cosby, which I consider that actual allegation. Not that Bill Cosby is guilty of it, but the allegation of drugging someone, which is pretty much an assault. That's like having a baseball bat in your hand, as opposed to menacing on someone's career by way of using parts in movies and entertainment as a way to what you would say fleece someone's physical participation. Casting couch, that's an old term.
Yeah,
But using that as a weapon in itself. I'd like to get your opinion, Alex, on the difference between Cosby and Weinstein, and the difference between a drug allegation, which is essentially a weapon, and a mental weapon of coercion.
I don't know. I just believe that rape is rape. Anytime that there's not a willing participant, whether it's by manipulation, whether it's by drugs, however they do it, rape is rape to me. You know, and anytime you take a victim in any form, it's a violent act. You know, that's what I think. But my thing is, they try to put one this way and one that way, and that's not how it's really laid out.
Or I would have to ask you whether or not you believe Bill Cosby is guilty of what he was charged with.
I don't know. I mean, what do you? I
don't know.
Do
I
you
wasn't
think
there.
he may not have been? I mean, you know,
Well,
I understand from my aunties that were growing up at that time.
Right.
So I had to go back to people that might have been 18 to 23. You know, in that area, because when you're young, you make mistakes. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
So you do things, and, you know, let alone having the kind of money and status that they had. They were from a unique little crowd, right? So what they told me, it was very popular that women and men would use those psychotropic drugs. That was nothing unusual. They said to me that women you knew what you were going to when you went to the party, what could happen. Nobody wanted it.
But it's the same
you
thing
could
with
be-
Weinstein.
you
When
could be
these
doing-
actresses and these actors, and they went to get these parts, that they met them at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning in a trailer
Yeah,
on
they
the back
knew
lot.
too.
They knew what they were.
knew.
They knew.
I believe
they
it
knew the
is. I
even if
can't
they didn't
say
know
for
exactly
sure.
what was going to happen, they knew there was a possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he was just treated like a white man in America.
Okay.
To me, that's how I see it.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
treated like a white man in America.
White in America. You
That's
guys need
it.
to do you guys' job.
That's it. That's
exactly.
Your job is to write about this. Because
Exactly.
You have to understand, doors is open for you guys to go down new avenues.
Exactly.
You guys could write about Weinstein. You can pull all the documents up.
Exactly.
And put it in a softback. And once you put it in a softback, you can come back here and discuss that.
Well,
That's
Exactly.
all I'm
That-
saying, because it's our
it's-
job.
it's open- it's open for us, right?
Everything is open for us to have this conversation and put it on paper and
Right.
get the contents that is necessary for us to go forward and make your career great.
Exactly.
You know,
And I appreciate it. I swear I do.
that's it.
well, what brought the whole conversation
What was so
back
different
to
between
me-
him and Harvey Weinstein? I'm kind of looking it up right now. And what happened to Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby, is Weinstein not going to jail? Is that what you're saying? It says
He's
he was
in jail
convicted
now.
of
He's in jail
rape
now,
and
yeah.
criminal sexual assault. So yeah, he is. He's in the hospital. He's on his way to jail.
Well, it's a prison hospital.
It's a prison hospital.
Bellevue is a prison
It
hospital.
is. It is,
Yeah.
and it's low income too.
Right.
Bellevue. Jeez.
But have you ever noticed that? No, it's like an old wash rag. You know, they know about this stuff for years. There's been allegations probably for the last 20, 25 years.
Absolutely.
And that's overlooked. Now that the wash rag got a few holes in it, and it might tear up anyway, now they're ready to throw it away. Yeah. And now you get the this and that and the Me Too. But that's been going on for years. There's been a casting couch ever since there's been a camera.
It's been going on for years. Exactly. I agree. I got it. He still has to come to California, right?
Oh, so they're gonna do what they do.
Multiple states, yeah.
But they're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do only because it's time. It's time relevant now.
So you're saying, in other words, it's time for them to clean their act up.
Right.
It's time for men to clean their act up
It's time now.
Because it happens in all communities. It's the gender thing. So we have a worldwide situation that we're going to have to figure out how to balance and address that, where women and men are treated different. Right. There's some power struggle in the genders, and it's sanctioned by what they call state sanctioned behavior.
Right.
You know.
And in some ways,
Industry.
society.
My daddy taught me how to
and
fight.
The industry
that was his
has
answer.
sanctioned
He
these
taught me
behaviors.
how to fight. He taught me how to think. He taught me some things to prepare me, because that was all he could do. You know.
But it's
he
like
didn't lie to me.
it's like the proverbial onion.
Yeah.
They're gonna just have to they're gonna peel off little layers.
I think they
as
should,
it goes along.
because women shouldn't have to be subject to that. I don't want you patting my booty. I don't want you bumping and running into me. If I'm gonna give you something, you gonna get it. There will be no confusion. You about to get some. Get it all, touch it all, do what you gotta do. We're not gonna. So when that doesn't, short of that, what I try to, because I try to understand people before I try to change them.
Exactly.
Because it's okay with me. We don't all have to think alike and act alike. So what I want to understand from men is, why would you even want to do something with somebody that's not embracing you? Like, what is this? What imbalance do you have that you feel like you got to exert that makes you feel?
You said the word, an imbalance.
Yeah, what's going on there?
It's a mental imbalance.
That can't be a good experience.
It starts as a character flaw. It's a
that's
character flaw
weird.
that's been in your system from the time you first went to school with other kids, and it's developed from
And
there.
it manifests itself. in that,
Exactly.
yeah.
And,
So you guys can hold men accountable. I think if other men say, "Hey, that's not cool," you know, because we do that with women now. When I see women just being excessive, you know, and just going overboard, you're nagging the man to death, or you're nagging one of our friends to death. Slow it down, you know, and we kind of. So I think it would come from men. It's peer to peer.
But listen
Exactly.
to this. But
Say,
listen to
you
this.
know?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it like that, right? There's a whole lot of people in their lifetime when they was younger didn't have an opportunity to have a girl or have the power to have a conversation,
Right.
Because they didn't know how to say hi.
Right.
But when you get a bunch of money and you get some drinks in you, your courage come all the way up.
And that's Hollywood.
And then the woman, sometimes she put herself in a bad place because she's there with the same liquor, having the same stupid conversation with a sucker who don't even know how to treat a woman, but he's rich.
Right.
So she got to do what the hell what she's told just to get through the door.
I understand
So,
that. I mean, that's not an excuse, but I do comprehend
but-
the message that you're giving. I
No,
get
but-
it, but that's still not an excuse, but I get it.
But with me, every time I see a woman, they got the right to say no. And
Mm-hmm.
a man know his place, and he got to accept no.
Right, you're talking about real men now. You're not just talking about the average person
Well,
out there.
yeah, I agree, but I think
Because
that's what we're.
that's a state of mind where you can just say, okay, I'm man enough to accept a no.
That's right.
And
that's
that's-
right.
and
That's
that's
right.
common
that's right.
everyday
that's right.
men.
That's right.
When you're talking about a man that's in charge of a machine like Hollywood,
They don't know no.
They don't know anything about no, and they
That's
don't know
all.
anything but beautiful women. And I always say Hollywood was built on the backs of beautiful women. From the 1920s till now, it's always been a meat grinder when it comes to female actresses. and their
Well, you guys are
ability
going to
get
create
ahead.
a different media company, right?
Of
Yes,
course.
we are.
Of course.
Whitey Enterprise,
You
and,
know
and
how we
true
get
crime
down.
stories.
You know how we
We're
get
gonna
down.
So this is what the good news is for those of you that have talent and that are beautiful, male and female. We're creating a company where you can work and be embraced, and you won't have to be subject to that kind of behavior, that kind of culture. We're going to disrupt that, and we're going to
course.
create an
Right.
alternative so you don't
A safe place.
A safe place, and I
Yeah.
think that's what's emerging out of this. That's the what's the phoenix that's
I
rising.
think that's
is
what
that
the
we
Me
can,
Too movement
Yeah, it
is
was
really
all about. Yeah,
and the
stop
thing
that.
is, the women that are in power positions, they're older and they've been through that grinder.
Yes,
and they're
I
trying to
have.
make it safe for the younger women now.
That's
that are
right.
coming
That's
through.
right. I have. I've had that experience happen. I worked for a pastor, and I was in his office. It was just me and him, and it might have been about 5:36. The day was winding up, and
Right,
I
right.
worked in that schedule, and he just put his hands on my chest, like just across. And I was only maybe 31, 32. So I was shocked. I was already married then. I had kids. So I was shocked. So I remember I socked him because my dad, remember I had a crazy daddy.
Nah, you had a
So I
daddy who-
sucked
you had a
him.
gangster
No.
And I
daddy.
told him, if you touch me again, this is what's going to happen to you.
You're a real black woman.
I just told him, don't ever do that. Ain't for you. That ain't for you, my
Right.
brother. So that was it. And then, but I remember the impression because I kept thinking about it. Like, okay, I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm always conscious now,
Now
where
you
I
wonder
go in the
the
room.
the consequences
exactly,
of that.
what's
Yeah.
right and what's gonna happen and blah blah blah. And I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anyone until months or maybe even a year or so later. So it's just unfortunate. And I know that I'm an exception, not the rule. And I feel for my sisters that are super beautiful, and everywhere you go, somebody's trying to push up on you, So I get that. And if you find yourself in a room with a powerful man, a rich man who's not well balanced,
Right.
you could find yourself in a situation. And so that's what our program has always been about, to try to educate women and help them be comfortable, to address those kinds of things. And then supporting men to create other men and help men deal with that. Because I have 3 sons, so I have an understanding of how what you got to do with young men to help them,
right,
when they're coming all the way
right.
up to become men. It is intentional.
And
I
have
it's
5
intentional.
daughters. I have
And
5
we have
little girls.
daughters,
I have
right?
5
Who
daughters
I
and
don't
no
want nobody
sons.
attacking my baby.
Yeah, exactly. I
You
feel
know,
that's why I'm so empathetic to women's plights when
Yeah,
it comes to
yeah.
harassment and sexual assaults, and I just can imagine what I would do if my daughter comes to me and tells me that she was a victim of
inappropriately.
a sexual assault. It would be over.
I
Yeah,
think- I
it
think
would
like
be.
this.
It would be.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that would make
As
us
long as they
upset.
under this umbrella, any woman that walk in any place where the Green Believers at and Whitest Enterprise at, they are under an umbrella of safety. We are
Yes.
not going to let anybody put their hands on any of our sisters or daughters, period.
No.
Yeah.
Consequences come with all of that.
Yeah.
And whoever know me already understand that I'm not having it.
And we're with the business.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, but that's why I love you guys. That's why I'm partners with you, because
And,
you do share that
like
value
we shared
with
the
us.
people
It's
last
sad.
night.
Oh man!
All
that
the
was
brothers
beautiful.
in America, we need you guys just to understand that the application of solutions is with Whitest Enterprise and the Green Believers. We are located at 3320 South Central Avenue. You can come and have a sit down with us, fill out an application, and then we're gonna find out your problems, and we're gonna solve those problems and put you in a better place. And this is what we do each and every day. This is our venture. This is what we want to do. This is our passion. We want to make sure that the black America that we know, that we love, we want you guys in the game. We want you guys to have 25% of the hemp world and the cultivation world and the weed world. We want you guys so far in this game that Generation Wealth gonna be with you guys forever, and you can look at your children and say, I did my job. Now you need to take this to the next level. This is what we here for. We're not here to play the game that everybody been playing for the last 100 years. We done open a new door, a new avenue for you to come in and enjoy what you really got coming. You got an opportunity right now at this time in your life where you could say, man, we got taught by Whitey and Cheryl and the rest of their crew on how to be successful and how our children for 100 years, 100 years, is going to be able to eat at a table where corporate America is sitting there eating, and the only thing corporate America can do is say, how can we trick them back out of this stuff? While we teaching them, don't let corporate America trick you guys. You guys need to trick corporate America out of the other part of that entertainment division and that what you call the computer industry
Right.
and the cotton industry. And also, just to make it right, you want to be a farmer now. You want to farm whatever you can, because when you become a farmer, you're going to be part of the fabric of America. This America that we live in is great. It takes care of everybody company, everybody's world. This right here is the real oil machine that you need to be a part of. So here we are again today. We talking about cannabis. We talking about everything you can possibly talk about in cannabis. So open your eyes, pay attention. Come down here. Come and see the Green Believers. Let me open your eyes to something brand new that you have never seen before. Let me make you rich.
Exactly. That's a mission statement right there for your tale. You
Right,
know?
right. And that's all we do.
Yeah.
That's all we do here. We try to find solutions to help our people become better our people.
Yes.
That's what we do. You know, just like me and Ira, we've been talking, you know, we're trying to do a writer's boot camp to whereas that if you have something within you, know, there's a lot of people with talent, you know, and they block themselves. We want to create a place, a safe place where you can have an outlet for all that you hold inside. And then you got Whitey on the other side that can show you how to outlet your business, how to open up your business mind and all the possibilities within there. So that's what we believe in, and that's what the mission that we're pushing.
Yeah, the Book Writers Boot Camp, we're going to get that book out of you that you've been talking about the last 5 or 10 years, and we're going to help you start rolling it downhill and get that momentum behind it, and we want you to be a published author within 90 days. It's not going to take you 5 years to write this book. We're going to show you how to get to it in 3 months, 4 months at the most, and you're going to be a published author. You're going to tell your story. Your story is going to reach and grab some people. And we don't know if it's going to be a #1 bestseller, but it's going to be headed there from the day that you finish it and type the end on the end of that manuscript. So we are going to charge hard into this project. We already have several locations that are given.
I'm so excited. I have a book or two
Yes.
in me as well. So
Well, you just told us
Yes, it
one.
is.
I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to
No,
start.
the preacher story. That's
that
where
is-
we start.
Oh my goodness, I have so many stories like that.
Yeah.
It's a wonder I've survived in my other life with this black faith-based community because it's so male-driven. I've had some of the pastors literally walk out of the room
Yeah.
when they voted for me. When I got voted for, they walked out because they didn't want a woman. They didn't want to work with a woman in leadership. It was tough, but I got through it.
I want to work with you.
Well, thank
So
you.
do I.
Wayne.
I'm here.
Thank you so
They
much.
told,
I wanna
they
work
told
with
me
you.
one day, they told me something real slick one day. They said, Whitey, you know you a Don. I said, yeah. They said, but you have changed since you've been home. I said, change what? They said, you changed. I said, no, I changed the way I think. And sometimes you need to change the way that you think. To make it to the top, there's always been a woman behind a man.
Yes.
So how are you gonna just turn your back on all these beautiful women with all this intelligence they got? They got some intellect that can help you get where you need to go. And each day when I look at the brothers, I say, are you guys still missing it? Because I've been caught up with it. And I would never break the law again in life because I have the people around me who guide me and push me and mold me in a certain kind of movements.
Right.
And right today, I'm sitting back looking at the rest of the world, smiling, saying, anything is possible in America.
Yes, it is.
When you have a team of women behind you who really like you for you, and there's no sex involved.
Right.
The only
Right,
thing
right.
involved is some hard work and some understanding.
A woman that can appreciate your intelligence and just as you appreciate hers.
Absolutely.
And make sure you keep them safe
Exactly.
from those predators out there.
But that's what we're supposed to do as men. That's our job.
every day. So
Well, that's
Cheryl.
wonderful, man. So that's the true crime stories with Ira and Alex. They're helping us bring forth all this information on everything you need to know about cannabis. We want to thank our other guests, William and Kiana with the C4C Inc. They are a pure mobile coupon solution for cannabis stores, manufacturers, distributors. Reach out to us on our website and we'll connect you to them, thegreenbelievers.com. And also, Whitey, got anything you want to add? Check out Fox Soul and see
Yes.
Whitey, Alex, and Ira on the show, the Donnie and Mike show, the Donnie and Mike on Fox Soul. And whoop whoop.
I can say this to you guys right now. If you go on Mike and Donnie's show, you're gonna see a show that you're gonna appreciate because it's talk about everything you need to know about being a man and having power inside your brain. You can figure things out and you don't have to lay on that cold ground. This right here is the chance of a lifetime, and I need you guys to stand up, be counted for. Thank you for coming out, Ira, Alan, Cheryl. It's been my pleasure, and it always be a great
It
time.
always is, man.
We
Every
hang
time
out
I'm
with
here,
you.
I'm loving it.
Bro, thanks for hanging out with us.
Have us back, man, anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Happy Wednesday.